behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Hello everybody, it's Palm Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great interview coming up for you in just a moment. But before we get into that, don't forget there's that subscribe button and the bell. Just click both of them and you'll be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And we'd love to hear what you think, so leave a comment on the comment section. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PalmMashTV. And obviously give us a follow and comment on all the things you see. Even send us an inbox. And we have email as well, palmmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist that want to be on the show, just give us an email there. And we welcome fan mail at that same email address, so if you're just simply a fan, just send us an email and we'll get back to you. And all this is going to be recapped for you at the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. From Cleveland, North Carolina today, we have, for the second time on our show, Andrew Saltz from the band Salty Dog, and it's going to be a great interview. We're going to follow up on some things, and we'll get to that in just a second, but first, here's a quick word from Smile World TV, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
The types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
Okay, here we are with our interview, and today for the second time on our show from Cleveland, North Carolina, we have Andrew Saltz. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good to have you back on the show here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the things that are going on? Because I think it was a couple of years ago or so we had our last interview, so it's been a long time. But yeah, maybe you could clue us in on some of the things that's been going on with you since then.
Oh gosh, well, we had like I kind of call it the pre and the post COVID era, because we had COVID, but as a band, my band used to be Salty Dog in the County. Now it's evolved to just Salty Dog. But we've really evolved, man. We've really grown and changed, and just, I like to say adapted, into like our sound, who we really wanted to be. But we've just had a couple of lineup changes. And then, we had a kind of like a freshman album that we released, but that was more so my writing. So now that we have the official lineup solidified that we have now, we have put out an EP. I think I sent you a track from the EP, and it's 6 tracks that we decided to release before we do like a compilation album here soon. But it's kind of just a preview of really who we've always wanted to kind of become. So we're a rock band now, alternative rock. So we've kind of gone from like the top 40 sound that we had, mostly doing covers, to doing originals too. So we have a lot of eclectic mix of material, a lot of new material. And it's like I said, it's mostly rock now, so it's very different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, of course, covers, are good too. A lot of bands do covers of other people's music, and for the most part, they're pretty good. I think every once in a while, you get one that's, that's just okay. But most of the people do it pretty well. So,
yeah.
Will there be any covers on this new album you're talking about?
We thought about, a big influence of mine is Collective Soul, and one of the biggest things that they have done here recently, really, I think one of the only things they've done here recently, other than shows, as far as like albums, the first thing that they've released here in a while was like a EP, kind of like what we just did, but half of it was covers, half of it was originals. And so we're thinking about, like I said, we're thinking about doing a compilation album, but we wanted to get that EP out of the way to introduce us, kind of reintroduce us to our community at least. And, me being native and some of the guys being native, wanted to kind of really go back to the drawing board and like reintroduce us to the native communities that support us. But we wanted to kind of look at the music too. And so we released that EP, and it was kind of like a good trailer to what we're trying to maybe accomplish with the compilation album, which is take some of the older songs that I've put out, whether they were solo or with a previous lineup, and put down new tracks, new layers to those songs, and arrange them in a way that fits kind of who we are now, and re-release them as a compilation album with same songs we just released, because those are some of our more fonder favorite tracks that we've just put out, because they're closer to our hearts, because we just put them out, we just wrote them, and they mean a lot to us. But then also some more newer stuff too, like that we haven't even released yet, that we're working on now. But then, like you said, like some covers too, because we want to do maybe one or two that we do live, maybe even capture like a live recording of those and put those on the compilation album too. That way you kind of get a feel for us over the years now, and also live, so it's kind of everything encapsulated.
Okay, well, that's good. How would you get a hold of that? I'm sure, again, that's on all streaming platforms. If they are, tell us where we can get it.
Yeah. So all of our music is distributed through DistroKid. It's our distributor, so it's all, it's out everywhere. It's all over the place. Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, just about anywhere that you can cop music. So.
Okay, well, is there a name for it? Is it just a self-titled thing, or?
So the EP that we just did, it's going to be pretty much, it's going to stay always like a self-titled EP. It's already out. And then the compilation album that we're going to try to put out next year, at the beginning of the year, is it's called 7 Year Substance. And it's kind of like a playoff of some of our favorite bands and their compilation albums. But we just thought that we've kind of been putting out, this material for 7 years now, and we've been a band for 7 years. So we thought it was fitting to call it that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know Andrew here would love it if you got some of his music at all those streaming platforms. So check that out. And just look it up under Salty Dog, I guess, and it's really great stuff. And we're about to play one of your music videos right here. It's called what is it called? Chasing the Days, and maybe you can tell us a little bit of a story about that song. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah. So this is like the big song from the EP. We put out 6 tracks, and we had the new lineup that we have now, which is, it's like, side note, it's been my dream lineup, man. If I could go back in time and start this band over, like, it would be with these guys. And we even had our first guitarist, our rhythm guitarist, who sadly had to step down just about a month ago or so. He was still around at that time, so we got to do the new album with him, and he's still going to come back for the future, studio stuff, and just kind of put in his, 2 cents. But with this EP, you kind of get like the best that we have to offer, pretty much, is like our own sound. It has a little bit of a native vibe to it, but it's very progressive, modern sounding. But Chasing the Days is definitely the only heavy track on the EP. The rest of it is very much kind of like 90s soft rock, but or even like neo. It's really vibing, man. But the Chasing the Days track was kind of, I don't know, it's like the ballsier track. So it's really cool, man. It's definitely our favorite from that album as a band. We love playing that live. People really gravitate to it too. They really respond to it. People love this song, and yeah, we just wanted to pass it along because we've been getting a lot of airplay on it.
Okay, well, it is a great song, and I know everyone's out there, like I said, is dying to hear it. We're going to do that in just a second. But before we get into that, I want to thank you again, Andrew, for coming back on the show. Maybe you can come back a third time sometime in the near future. We'd love to have you back.
Yeah, would love to, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, here's Chasing the Days from Salty Dog and Andrew Saltz right here, and we'll be right back.
Watching the world start to spin, becoming each other's favorite sins. Till another end, still another kiss. That's an underwater roller coaster. Heaven ain't close in a place like this. A place like this. Watching the world start to spin, becoming each other's favorite sins. Till another end, still another kiss. It's an underwater roller coaster. Heaven ain't close in a place like this. 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 Chasing the days till there's nothing left to chase. Life's an underwater roller coaster. Heaven ain't close in a place like this. In a place like this. In a place